can get a little bit of butter on this broccoli. Is it hot?
And steamed fish.
Not too hot. Mm. Maybe we can put some cholos around there just in
No,
case.
it's okay. It will not.
Kitties. Our little kitties. We got. Do we still have 4 kitties or 2? 2 kitties.
2.
2 black little kitties. Michael took 2 of them or 1?
Yeah, 2.
Michael took 2. And we got a new doggy. That little doggy in the window. He looks like, what does he look like, baby? That little doggy. He's a cute little doggy. Reminds me of Peace's little doggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet soup.
A Shih Tzu, I think.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Charlie Kirk got shot.
Yeah, and I'm sad for that. You know, I don't like Charlie Kirk's rhetoric, but no, I don't want anybody to get shot.
How you doing, Frank?
Mmm. I love broccoli. So do we have any butter, baby?
Yes.
I'll melt some butter on that fish.
So,
How about a little vinegar soy sauce?
I will.
Mm. This is a Bengals. I love Bengals. It's a little bit bony, but it's a really nice tasting fish. It's got some really good tasty fats in it. And it's very healthy for your heart. And my heart is improving, guys. So thanks to all those who sent their warm wishes and hopes that I'm getting better. I'm improving. I'm back in the saddle. I'm exercising a little bit every day. Just because you get sick doesn't mean you can give up the exercise and diet. So I'm sticking with that. I'll continue to do that hopefully for the rest of my life or as long as I can. You know, my biggest fear in life was, the old brain pan stops working. But if your heart goes, that's not a good thing either. So, wow. I don't know if any of you guys have seen, but we were in Bali, Indonesia, for 2 weeks from August the 26th until September the 9th. Yesterday, on September the 10th, they got hit with some kind of a typhoon, and the area where we were staying completely flooded. I mean, the devastation is unbelievable. You guys have got to see that. We got out there with no time to spare, literally. We flew out on September the 9th. And September the 10th, that big typhoon hit. And wow. The people I feel sorry for are the ones that are living there. Of course, all the vacationers, absolutely. But these people who live there in Bali, we met a lot of Grab drivers. Because we were taxiing around every day. Grab motorbikes, Grab cars. We got to know these young men. That all the people who were driving the Grabs were men. And they're working, 10, 12-hour shifts, 6, 7 days a week. And they have to, they're only making the equivalent of about 10 to 12 US dollars every day. They have to make their car payments, they have to make their petrol, and if they're a Grab driver, they got to pay 20% to the Grab people. And so it's a hard life. Every one of them that we met was smoking, weren't they, baby?
Yeah, the news for today is very depressing.
Very depressing.
I
Because
got also news from Bali.
yeah.
And yeah, in Bali he got storm.
Oh yeah, huge storm. So I told them about that. They got the huge storm in Bali, and look it up on the YouTube. Type in Bali, September the 10th storm. It is devastating.
Have you ever been in Lucille Barbecue?
I don't think so.
Where is that, Frank? In Bali, after a day we left, it's like just like a day.
One day,
One day shine.
and man, that storm hit, and it was devastating.
It is.
The flooding, unbelievable. I saw buildings collapsing. I saw
The
cars flipped
cars
over
are
underwater.
floating.
I know these Grab drivers are like screwed. It's like this is the end of their tourist season too. They just come to the end of their tourist season, so now they're hitting this dead zone where they're not going to have any work anyways.
Yeah.
How do they make those car payments? They don't. They're going to lose their cars. It is sad.
It's sad. I messaged some of the driver that I have a contact.
Yeah.
And they feel they feel devastated, of course.
Oh yeah.
But they're safe.
That's good. The most important thing, you're safe. You got your health. You might have lost your income, but the Grab drivers we were talking to down there, we said, hey, invest in yourself, invest in your land. Invest in yourself, your family, and your land. Hopefully one of these days, our organization, Disciples of Tao, we'll get some grants or some scholarships or something, some funding to help make this platform grow so that we can give people places to farm and make their own income. We're not going to charge them other than just paying the rent on the land. And it's going to be a reasonable rent price. We're not here to make a profit. We're here to help people. Show them how they can do it. Nice buttery fish. Wow, that pork is amazing.
Careful your tooth, don't break it.
I might. This is so crunchy. Wow, it's delicious. Try some of this fish. So on the inside of these fish, you get this beautiful fat, which is like super deluxe healthy for your heart. It tastes really good. That is good. I'll have a little bit of that with the broccoli. So my journey to recovery, I'm taking things a lot slower than what I was. I'm not doing the intense workouts anymore, guys. I can't do that intense fasting like I've been doing for the last 16 plus years. I am still going as low carb as I can. I'm going to eat more vegetables rather than the fats and the meat. I think I was eating too much fat. And it's not necessarily the, well, of course I got to that point for years. I was just eating huge amounts of pig fat, beef fat. I like carnivore, but I think I'm more on the lines now of chicken and fish, especially fish, and of course proteins from my eggs. But I'm not eating as many egg yolks. Yeah, baby.
Yes.
She fed me some eggs this morning because I'm eating.
Yeah,
twice a
already
day.
make him 6 eggs omelette. Yes, only white.
White, only whites with the vegetables.
Can I have some?
Mhm.
I'll get this part. The head part. Yeah. No.
Really hot. All right.
Oops.
That's okay. Yeah. It's a banana leaf. Jen always wraps this stuff in bananas.
It will add some flavor.
It keeps everything nice and moist. She wraps them in banana leaf. This banana leaf. We have a lot of bananas. And another thing I like about bananas, you can use practically the whole tree, and it's healthy for you. We don't eat the banana tree, but there's a lot of animals here.
I was trying to get the fats because he's not allowed to eat the fats.
I just like this crunchy skin part, really. But I'm eating this beautiful fats here, well, the fish.
Fish.
So you see, that's just a nice piece of fish fat. I'll show that to you. I used to be disgusted by fish fat. Now I love it. And it's really healthy for my heart. Makes me feel good. Mm. Mm. Like an amazing butter, especially with that butter flavor on it.
I want to eat that.
There's a backbone. So one of my projects is we're going to start doing some videos on it's more on the lines of helping people to understand the world a little bit better, and the things that Jen and I do are yoga, meditation. And so we want to tell you the benefits and the truths about yoga and meditation. I'm an NLP coach, life coach, helping people to get better psychological health, which works. And so we'll tell you about the benefits, the truths about it, how it's being misused, and how it's being used correctly. And the true history. One of the things I don't think that people really understand is how their historic references can really shape your life. And when you've got information that's incorrect, here you are identifying with something, and it turns out to be incorrect, and you stop trusting people. Yoga has a rich history that goes back at least 3,400 years, 3,000 years during the Vedic period of the Indian population. And yoga arose basically as a method for war. Sorry it wasn't the peaceful thing you thought it was. That came over the centuries. It really arose from that Bhagavad Gita, that ancient book of the Hindus. We learned quite a bit about the Hindu religion when we were in Bali. I love Bali. It's got a great culture, a lot of history. Milkfish is just a good fish. It's bony. It's got these fine little bones in there.
And their bone is very sneaky, so be
Mhm.
careful.
But it's a great source of protein and it tastes really good. Just be careful. I would say if you're feeding this to your kids, you got to debone it. Because kids, they eat everything like McDonald's hamburgers. Mm. Of course, one of our upcoming videos, and a lot of them are going to be on food and making it tasty. Because you want to make this food tasty, and then the kids won't even crave bullshit like McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's, your food is bullshit. Fries that can sit on the shelf for 100 years and look the same, it's not healthy. Foods loaded with vegetable oils and carbs and preservatives are not healthy. That's what's really destroying the world. This is still hot.
This morning, I made him an omelette.
She did. And I was so hungry.
And he was so hungry, I put in this table.
Well, that was like at 1 o'clock.
No, not yet. And then he sit here and he just ate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just finished cooking.
Mm-hmm.
The first bite, I see his face. Wow! I thought it's so delicious.
No, it
His
was
wow is so
so
hot.
hot.
And his face become red because it's so hot.
Tomorrow we'll be dining out with the expats at the Expat Coffee Club meeting.
We don't know yet where. Where's the fat?
Somewhere out there.
There's no more fat.
This is a nice meaty piece of meat.
Still hot. This is a pork belly.
Mm-hmm.
This is the real pork belly with the ribs.
This is real pork belly with the ribs. When we went to Bali, sorry to say, I'm sure bacon comes off the pork belly, but they just served us bacon and called it crispy pork belly. It was not even crispy. It was like, how you cook the bacon.
And it was sliced in a square.
Just
Just like
little
this.
small square. Very expensive. It's funny because when we were in Malaysia, you couldn't buy bacon, you couldn't buy those little crispy pork chips. No pork. It's because they're a Muslim country. And these guys, I think they're about 10 to 15% Muslim. We had a lot of Muslim drivers down there. But they confessed to us that down in Bali, they were eating pork. And pork is all over the place in Bali. We said, well, of course, when we go to our temples, and even the Hindus, they're not allowed to eat cows. But they said, when we go to our temples, of course, we don't eat any cows. and we cleanse ourselves beforehand. But they said when we're home, we're eating beef and pork. So that's one of my problems with religions, when they put all these cultural restrictions on you about your food and your sexual habits, and then they
You
start.
cannot even do what you love to do.
Mm-mm. You've got women in bags, black bags. That's not natural. That's a control thing. So you know what I'd do, baby, if I were you?
Mm?
I'd refry this skin, if I could get the banana off it, in a nice hot oil and make it crunchy. Because crunchy skin, fish skin, you know, the scales, of course, are all removed. You can see this is a nice, smooth fish. You fry that up, wow, does that taste good. It's like potato chips. People don't believe it, but better than potato chips. Yeah, baby?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Of course, I quit eating potato chips many, many years ago. And my baby loves the fats. So I can share this nice piece of meat with her. Gotta keep her healthy. She's my yoga girl.
His food and his mess is all together.
That's why I wear gloves. I'm just kind of a messy eater. At least I'm not as dropping as much as I used to on the floor. When I was growing up, I have an identical twin brother. And my father and mother wanted us to really excel. My mother, from her covert reasons of being a covert narcissist, and my father just because he wanted to see his boys do the best. And so I thought it was really funny to have us compete for food. It's not funny. My brother did not like that at all. He became very narcissistic. We fought from as early as I can remember. And I can remember my life back from 1 and 2 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. Easy for me to remember because my life was so intense. Always, always, always competing. I think it's one of the reasons that our societies are sort of not functioning all that well. Too much competition. Too much comparison. Everybody's unique. You want to just try to become the best person you can be, right, baby?
Yeah.
And if you're competing against somebody and they lose, they're going to get jealous. And trust me, jealous people do not like you.
And we don't like competition.
Mm-mm. Our family's all about becoming the best we can be, keeping our health good, working together as a family.
What's that? From where?
My knuckle.
We're both dirty hands.
Another nice piece of fish and fish fat.
The garlic. There's the garlic there and the onion.
Garlic. I don't mind the bones of the fish as long as they're soft. This is not too bad. Bones are kind of soft, but if they're prickly little bones, like they
The very small
very small,
and very sharp.
very sharp. Now that being said, we feed cats and dogs bones all the time, and they just crunch them right up. They say that one of the reasons dogs and cats choke on bones is if they're not soft enough, or they're cooked to the point to where they're kind of like wiggly and they get stuck in their throat. You know, it's like not too sharp. Because if they're just fresh bones, dogs digest that. But the cooked bones, sometimes a little bit of trouble.
I will bring this to her. Let's see if she'll eat it.
So a little later on, Jen's going to cook me up some sabah. And then tomorrow we'll be going out with our expat friends. But looks like Jen is going to be taking the night off from Zuma tonight. And the reason is because our daughter-in-law is sick. She's just out of it. And Jean-Ry, who's the father of Gianna, let's just say that you know what it's like for young fathers and babies. So I think that it's better that Jen and I spend time with the baby girl. And she loves being with us. So yeah, this is the rest of my vegetables, and then Jen will cook me up a little sabah, and I'm full. I feel good. I am going to drink the rest of that milk. So I gave up my Diet Coke. No more Coke Zero for me. It's not because of the. It's not because it's. I just want to get rid of all the any preservatives in my diet, as many as I can. And I was sipping that stuff all day long. I was drinking, 4 to 6 liters of Diet Coke every day. That can't be that healthy. Live and learn. But I drank the Coke Zero, and products like that for like 50 years. Because when I was growing up, my parents were kind of like tiger parents, and we weren't allowed to have soda. So it's farm fresh milk. So in my rebellion against them, and when I became independent, basically I was independent from the age of 18 on, 18, 19 years old. I always, I made my own money. I always went out and bought the Diet Cola. Did it take a toll on my health? Maybe. But I'll tell you what didn't take a toll on my health after I quit eating sugar. Carbohydrates will ruin your life. They had ruined my life by the time I was 40. Carbohydrate is probably the most horrible addiction on the planet. In my opinion. But a lot of other professionals believe the same thing. So Jen and I, when we formulated this little organization, I actually conceived the idea and started practicing it 17 years ago now. I called it Tomeo Theos at the time. Now we've changed the name here in the last 8 years since I've been together with Jen to the secular practice of Taoism, which is the way it incorporates meditation, yoga, critical thinking, scientific study, philosophy, the study of psychology, and it's secular. It has nothing to do with any supernatural nonsense. And those girls are going to cook me up some sabah, yeah, baby Co?
What?
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Yes, she did.
I did not.
You heard her say that, didn't you?
No.
Come on. Get on there and say, Jen, you promised.
Did I say promise?
Maybe she didn't say promise, but she said, yes, we have sabah, which to me is like a promise. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
That's what I will not say, did not. I said, we have a sabah.
I know.
But I didn't say that I will cook you.
No, not you. The girls.
The girls is not there. Am I sneaky with that?
I want some of that Jerry Lou peanut butter with a little butter smothered on that sabah. I'll drink that with my milk. This is warm milk because we don't have a refrigerator. So we got to drink this. As soon as I open it up, we got to drink it within a couple days, tops. So I opened it up this morning. But it's already 2 days old. Because Jen went shopping the other day and got 2 bottles of milk. I drank one of them, boom, like that. I love fresh milk. And I was asking so many expats here in the Philippines, hey, where do you get fresh milk? Where do you get? They don't know. It's all this stuff in a box. It's highly preserved. And I'm thinking, that's one of the things that caused me to get messed up in my heart. I'm drinking all them crummy fats with all that preservatives. And it's like, now I have quit and My balance is coming back. My energy's coming back.
Sorry to disappoint you guys. He's getting better.
I'm getting better to all of them. But you know what,
Don't
baby?
get bitter.
They say that people who are jealous are your biggest fans. Is that true? I
What?
think it is. They're your biggest fans. Yeah.
What?
Jealous people. I love you guys. You inspire me to greatness. Yes, I'm a goat. The greatest of all time.
He's a goat.
She's a goat. I'm a goat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it, baby.
My baby girl said she saw a picture of I just bought a hot dog with lots of with a free tumbler.
The hot dogs.
Yeah, and in the cover has lots of pictures of animals.
Oh yeah.
And she said, "Dog, ow,
Good.
ow." She said, "Sheep, meh." I said, "Okay, what are you saying?" And he said, "Mouse." And then she said that she saw a heart, a red heart. And she said, "Heart." She's doing that. And I said, "Wow, she really know what she's doing."
You see, she didn't hardly mutter a word until she was almost 2 years old, because she's kind of autistic. She gets highly focused on
But
stuff.
now she know it.
And now
Every single
she
of
can
it.
count. She can do her ABCs. She knows her colors. It's like amazing. And she's what? This is her birthday was on July the 7th. She
Yeah.
turned 2 years old. And so here we are. Let's see, August, September. So she's just 2 years and 2 months old. And she's picking stuff up like rocket speed. It's like, holy smokes, that's the ability of autism. If you have, even if you're slightly autistic, it helps you to really focus. Whereas ADHD is almost just the opposite, because you don't have focus. So you have hyper, you've got the attention deficit.
She just only
hyperactivity
have
disorder.
very manipulated attitude.
Well,
She want to
she,
get.
she knows how to get your attention. She's learned that. And if she can't figure out how to tell you, she just grabs your finger and pulls you.
Yeah.
It's great. So she's figured out who she can
Yesterday he just want me, and I'm so busy because I'm making his food.
pull. Yeah.
Oh my God! If
See?
she can tell her aunt, her tita,
Oh yeah. She starts slamming her head against her like that. It's like, oh my God.
she hit her tita in the face
Yes.
and put a scratch.
She's
in
a
the
little
face.
hitter. And you know, all she can kind of do is give her love. She just doesn't really understand. You know. But eventually she'll grow up and figure it out.
I didn't
You
eat
just-
this.
you
This is good.
It's good, but I'm full, baby. Look at, I ate all the vegetables and all that. And now I'm hoping for some sabah.
Okay, said it's good. What's about? My
Yeah.
God.
Because, you know, that's who I am. I do like my dessert. Give me some dessert. So, yeah, we've got upcoming videos on what we're going to try to give you guys is the facts and the truth about yoga, Buddhism, Taoism, secular, of course, and the facts and truth about politics and religions. And I know that might be triggering to some people, but we're going to try to make it so that it's
We are not here to trigger
we're not here to
anybody.
trigger you. We're here to
We're
help you
just
to understand. We're here
tell
to
the
help
truth.
you understand.
Yeah, sometimes the truth is harsh.
If you
Yeah.
identify with things that aren't true, you're going to have trouble.
Yeah.
And
So accept it or not, that is the truth.
it is what it is.
So rather slap you with the truth
Then kiss you with a lie.
or kiss with a lie.
And we're
It's
not.
your choice.
Jen and I try not
Everybody
to lie.
have their own choice.
Of course,
in their
everybody lies now and then. You know.
life. Every now
There-
and
you
then.
got your little white lies, and then you got your pathological liars. And we know who the pathological liars are in the United States. Yes, we do. And the results for pathological liars are always the same. They're con men. And nothing ever good comes to that. I was read this deal on Facebook today about this guy who was put in prison. He was born in 1961, so he's like 7 years younger than me, born in 1961, and he was conning people. He was selling them dryers, baby, clothes dryers. And he was charging $49.99 for a clothes dryer. You know what he's selling? He'd send them a clothesline. That was their clothes dryer. Yeah. So he got in trouble for that. Needless to say. So yeah, and like these guys believe, and they don't have. I found that people who are narcissistic have less compassion, if any. They have no empathy. They're like alligators eating chickens. They just don't care, and they look at everybody as an object. And so, in a narcissist's eyes and a manipulator's eyes, you are chickens. And if they eat you, or they destroy you, or they hurt you, they just don't care. And I was reading this one little meme this morning about a couple of young women talking to each other, and she said, "Now remember, if your husband is happy, it's your job to make sure he's unhappy." It's like, okay. So that is the MO of all narcissists. They don't want you happy. They don't want you in love. They don't want you to experience joy or enlightenment. They don't want you to experience any of the emotions that they cannot experience. And if you are having fun, especially without them, they're not going to be so happy. So learn to recognize those people and distance yourself from them. But on that note, I think things are going pretty good, and we're going to be kind of a truth-telling channel and hopefully create some really interesting videos. Please watch the video on the pyramids that our daughter created here a couple of months ago. It's not too detailed, but it's enough information to give you an idea that, hey, question everything. You know, maybe what they were telling you about the pyramids is a lot of BS. There's a lot of supernatural stuff in there that's not necessarily, there's no evidence supporting it. You can determine this stuff on your own. What I found many years ago on the pyramids was they're made out of cement. Now, you were told that the Romans invented cement. I'm sorry, no. The invention of cement probably came about shortly after pottery, certainly during the time when they were making the ziggurats, which are these big pyramid-like structures, you know, in Göbekli Tepe and down there in some parts of the Amazon, and even in Egypt, they were making things out of mud bricks, and they could get them piled up pretty high. And I'm pretty sure they discovered that when you add a little bit of ash to this and a little bit of lime, boom, you got a concrete block. And I believe that the pyramids were made out of a lot of concrete blocks. And of course, they had ramp-like structures that they could tear down, and that's why you don't see a lot of evidence of the ramps, but you do see some evidence. And you don't see a lot of tools, because the copper tools that they had in the time when they were making the pyramids were, you know, pretty sparse. So what they were doing, more than likely, was they were pouring cement-like blocks, and they've actually gone down there, and this was discovered here 20 years ago. But the guys who tell you that story, they put the kibosh on it. Oh, but they're raw, baby.
No, this is not raw. It's boiled.
This is boiled?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So on that note, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share our videos with others. Got a lot more coming at you, because Jen and I love doing this stuff. We're going to be doing it forever. Our little mukbangs, our little yoga practices, meditation, and telling the truth on politics and religion.